Hey YouTube, this is Mark here at zooLert Officials, and today we have a very special review. So if you already haven't seen, I've made a Max Force Terranator review before, and right now I have another product called the Shadowhawk 100. Now you saw before, if you already didn't, the Terranator was a shorter version and is shot at more of a rapid-fire pace. But your Shadowhawk, in my opinion, would be more like a sniper. It's a longer version of a basic rifle or gun, so this thing can shoot at a very far distance, and surprisingly, it can shoot up to 100 feet, or 3 meters. So, I mean, I was very impressed, and I did test it out. This thing does have a lot of power, and so right now you have a bunch of accessories as well that comes with the set. So I was very pleased by the way this product was designed and what was included within the set. So let's move on to the gun review itself. So right now I have all of my accessories and my instruction manual taken apart from my gun. So first things first, you do get an instruction manual. Very long, nice, and instead of a bunch of words that you have to read, they show pictures, and I find that to be a lot more easier and quicker, so once I figure out how to use the gun, it won't take me too long, so I can get right into it. Very simple, easy. It teaches you how to unjam your gun, it teaches you how to load your gun, and how to preset your ammo. And all of that was instructed in my other video. And here's another smaller, I would say, on-the-go type instruction manual that you can put in your pocket in case you forget or something. This is a little bit more simple to read, one-sided, very helpful. Okay, so onto the accessories themselves. Of course, you get your Max Force ammo container. I've already preset my ammo, and how I did that was I put it under the sink and let the water just drain right through it, and you don't want to, the thing with this ammo clip is that you don't want to just turn on the faucet and just let it drain out really quickly, because the water will be put into the container faster than it will come out, so your ammo will start falling out and you'll start losing some in the sink. So I recommend just keeping it at a slow pace when turning on the faucet. And of course you get your Max Force goggles, which you should always wear when playing with the Max Force products, because you never know, these goggles could save you from a serious injury. Now you also get a very nice white scope with the orange target in the middle. There is no clip-on special thing about this scope. Right now I have my gun, and you'll notice that the rails are right on top. You just take your scope, slide it right along. You can adjust it to any position you'd like, all the way back, all the way forward, in the middle, something like that. And if you don't like your scope, you can always just easily take it off. It's very simple, and the scope stays in place very nicely. Here we have the barrel extension. This barrel extension just adds to the gun's length. And a little fun fact, once everything is put onto the gun is over 3 feet long, which is very, very cool. So first, you want to find where there are little bumps within this barrel. It's kind of hard to see, but if you find them, you can just angle your barrel maybe about 45 degrees and then twist. Once you hear that click, the barrel is tightly on the gun. And again, you twist it the opposite way, pull it off, and if you don't like the extension on it, you can always take it off very easily. And right here, we have the ammo clip, holds up to 8 of the pellets. And this is a little bit more different to load. It's not just put in your gun. So the first thing you have to do is, if you have your gun ready, see this bolt right here? You're going to have to flip it up and push it all the way back. Once you've done that, grab your ammo clip, and you'll notice that on one side of the gun there will be pictures. All you have to do is click this red button right here, and match the pictures with the pictures on your clip. And once you clipped it in, you can push the bolt back forward and you could fire your gun and continue to follow the process. So that's how you place in your ammo clip, and in case something does get jammed in your clip, just pull back this bolt, click the red button, and pull out. Very, very simple. And finally, we have stock. The stock is also very simple to put on. It's very similar to the way you put on your barrel. You'll place the stock at the very end of your gun. Again, you'll place it around a 45-degree angle. It's a little bit more difficult to put in, but that just means that the stock will be very secured onto your gun. After you've done that, just rotate it, and once you hear that click, the stock is in place. So the stock is, the only problem I had with it was a little difficult to put on, but that made it feel more safe when using the gun, because I know this thing will not fall off, which was very. So I've already showed you all the accessories, and now I want to talk a little bit about the gun and how it works. So first of all, you can see that I didn't show this before, but the gun does have these stands. These stands can be folded up just by moving it forward. Simple, easy click on both sides. And I've already showed you how the bolt works. It doesn't shoot the gun or the pellets. It only loads it so that you could shoot it after, you shot your pellets. So pretty much what the bolt does is, after you shot a pellet, it'll just load another one into the chamber. And how the gun works, I showed it very, very briefly, but right here is how it works. Kind of like a shotgun. You'll pump it back and you'll hold it there. Once you've held it there, you can let go, and all that force will be turned into air. The air will push out your pellet, propelling it to about 100 feet. So that's pretty much all the features of the gun. The working chamber, where it loads a different bullet into the chamber every time. You have your stand, and of course you have your pump-like shot. So pretty much right now I'm just going to talk a little bit more about the gun and my opinion. So if you haven't already heard my other video, I did say that I prefer having more of a rapid fire, but that's me. If you're a sniper type of person, I would actually say this gun is very nice. The only problem that I found with this gun, and it's the exact same problem I found with the other gun, was it doesn't have a trigger. The trigger, in my opinion, just makes it feel more realistic, and I like the feeling a little bit more, but that's okay, because you still have a very nice trigger system down here, which allows the gun to shoot very far. But you have to put in a little bit of elbow grease, because it does take a little bit to pull this trigger back. And so pretty much, once everything is put on, which I will do very soon, you'll see the length of the gun, as you saw in the beginning of the video. It's very long, and as you can assume, it shoots very well, and I was very, very pleased with the way this gun's designed and its shooting power was. So I'm just going to let you check out the Shadowhawk 100 for a second. As you can see, it is over 3 feet long. It is a very, very nice looking gun. I have all the attachments on, and if I flip over my gun, you'll notice the ammo is already preset, so we are going to go right to the shooting test after I show you the gun a little bit longer. So as you can see, it's very nice. Length, power, distribution of colors, detail was very nice. And just wanted to let you see that this gun was probably one of the nicer Max Force guns themselves. I found the Shadowhawk actually to be very comfortable and very fun to use. So let's get right onto the shooting. I have my Shadowhawk 100 ready for some test firing. So as you can see, the Shadowhawk 100 was shooting very well. There was a slight breeze pushing the pellets back, so it wasn't hitting its target as well. But towards my second clip, the pellets were going a little bit farther because the breeze started to slow down. So I would say that this gun could probably shoot maybe 80-90 feet without any wind going on whatsoever, but you know, weather is unpredictable. So if there is a slight breeze, this thing can go up to about 50 to 70 feet. So that still isn't very bad. Very decent for a sniper in this type of, for the weather purposes. So the gun itself, like I said a million times, detail, amazing. The design of the gun, don't prefer that it doesn't have a trigger, but this trigger system works as well. Just got to put a little bit of elbow grease. And my favorite part probably about the gun would have to be this bolt action, only because it makes it feel a lot cooler and more like a sniper. So all in all, this gun was very nice, and if you are a Max Force fan, and if you are actually a young sniper getting into, you know, the sniping type of feeling, then I would recommend taking a look at the Shadowhawk 100. Thank you for watching.